Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen and thank you so much for joining me on today's video. So if you're new to the channel and you want to keep seeing my content, please make sure to click the subscribe button. And also, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining us on today's video. So guys, on today's video, what I'll be talking about is how to stop mishandling your hair. I know that guys, sometimes we are tempted to mishandle our hair when we are in a rush and when our hair just doesn't want to seem to do what we want it to do because of the texture of our hair and all sorts of things. So I also want to talk about the things that you can actually do in order to make sure that you handle your hair in a proper way. So let's just go ahead and get started with the first thing. So the first thing that I can advise you to do, guys, is that stop combing your hair when it's dry. Instead, comb your hair when it's damp and when it's moisturized and it has got enough moisture for you to have a swift way of combing your hair. Like in most cases, people cry about their hair being painful when they comb it. Like, our hair is very coily, our hair is very kinky, the curls are so clumped, the coils are so like into each other. So it's not easy for us to comb our hair when it's dry, because remember, our hair, the way it's so coiled, you'll have to uncoil it to make sure that your comb actually moves swiftly on your hair. So being a 4C, 4B and 4A kind of person, like, it's really not as easy as a 2A or 3A kind of person who has got their hair in that state, in that texture. So it's different for each and every one of us, and we really need to work with whatever works for our hair. So it's important to consider your texture or the texture of your hair when you decide to comb it. When your hair is damp on a curly state, it's more easy to comb it, but when it's dry in a curly state, it's not easy. But you can comb your hair easily when it's in a blow dried state or in a straightened state, because the texture of your hair has been altered temporarily. So it's much more easier to comb your hair when it's in that state. So make sure that before you decide to comb your hair, consider the texture of your hair and consider the state of moisture that your hair is in. If it's dry, then you don't have to comb it. You need to make sure that you moisturize it first and keep it moisturized, or blow dry it to get it back into a dry state in order for you to actually comb it in a much easy way. That will help you a lot when it comes to the health of your hair. And so guys, the other thing that I also want us to talk about is manipulating your hair. So guys, I know that we can manipulate our hair in almost every state, but choose the state that is more fit for your type of hair when it comes to manipulating your hair. The reason why, like, you're feeling more pain, you're having too much breakage, is because you are manipulating your hair in a state that it's not fit for your hair. So for type 4C, 4B and 4A, I'm gonna speak around that because that's particularly my hair ranges around those types. The textures are different, but they range around that on different parts of my hair. So I know how to handle my hair in different parts. But honestly guys, the one thing that works for us when we want to do like real manipulation hairstyles, such as doing cornrows and all that, it works better on blow dried hair. It works better on maybe let me just say a much more straighter texture than our actual curly and kinky state of our hair. So if you want to do like high manipulation hairstyle, you need to consider doing those kind of hairstyles in blow dried hair, because those ones are less paining and they're not gonna like even if you're doing it yourself or someone else is actually doing your hair, like, there's not gonna be mishandling. They won't be breaking and stretching and, you know, applying too much force into your hair just to get it do what you want it to do at that specific time. So just try to look at that. If you want to manipulate your hair, make sure that it's in the best state for manipulation, and what kind of manipulation that you're going to be doing at that time. It's not going to lead to too much breakage, because at the end of the day, no matter what we do to our hair, there's always going to be breakage. It's just minimum sometimes. So yeah guys, another thing that I also want to advise you is that stop doing high manipulation hairstyles on wet hair. Like guys, okay, let me just say wet and damp hair, because honestly guys, when your hair is damp, it's very fragile. So you don't want to be doing high manipulation hairstyles on damp hair, because your hair is fragile already. It can easily break. Like I feel so scared every time someone cornrows their hair on like wet hair or damp hair. Like, it's so difficult for me. Like, it's difficult for me to understand, how do you even do it? How do you even become happy? Okay, maybe they're not happy, they just don't want to show us. But honestly, for me, I feel like it's not a comfortable thing. So if I do it, just know I'm not happy. I I don't know what would be the reason behind me doing my hair like on wet hair, like contouring my hair, because the only time I actually do my hair on wet hairs when I'm doing twists, when I'm doing braids, you know, those low manipulation hairstyles, those ones fit. But sometimes it's just the texture of our hair, and that's the only way sometimes we can handle it. But avoid like mishandling your hair, such as doing like very like complicated hairstyles on wet hair. Try to do something simple because of the texture of your hair, just to have minimal breakage at the end of the day and just get to retain length over time, guys. So that's one way that has been working for me, and that's how you can stop mishandling your hair, guys. So I hope that you find this very helpful and that it does not seem to be too much, but guys, you just learn over time, you get used to these things over time. And I'm not gonna say that we don't compromise. Sometimes we do compromise the health of our hair, but it's not always the case. So we just try, you know, we just try every day not to mishandle our hair at every point, but sometimes we do. I don't want to lie to you, but yeah, guys, it's life, and that's how sometimes things get. But most of the time I know that I don't mishandle my hair, and that's good enough for me to keep me going. So yeah, guys, we're just gonna go ahead to the next point. So guys, another thing that I also want to talk about when it comes to you stopping to mishandle your hair, including me, is that stop doing tight hairstyles. So guys, I know that tight hairstyles look amazing, they look good, they look clean, they look just so amazing, like, but we just don't have to do that every time. You need to avoid it as much as you can. Every time you feel like there's an option for you to do a low manipulation hairstyle, just take that route. But if you feel like the only route for you at that point it's high like manipulation hairstyle, guys, make sure that you are careful. You don't want to compromise your hairline, like you don't want to compromise your piece, because guys, doing tight hairstyles will not only break your hair from the shaft as well, but it will also result in you not enjoying that hairstyle at the end of the day, and you're gonna end up compromising your hair, compromising your piece, compromising your joy, because guys, it's not nice to have your hair in like tight hairstyle. You are mishandling your hair, and you are also like compromising the health of your hair at the end of the day. So if possible, get someone who can actually handle your hair better when it comes to the tension that they apply into your hair. That includes you as well, how you handle your hair. Like, it's very important, guys, like it's very important. So avoid doing tight hairstyles that just have got too much tension on your scalp, on your ends, on your edges, like everywhere around your hair. Avoid those hairstyles because you're actually mishandling your hair. Your hair is not gonna grow in a rate that it's supposed to, so you're gonna end up being discouraged and feeling like your hair is just not doing so well. That's because of the mishandling that you get from yourself, from other people who like take care of your hair and all those kind of things. So guys, what you want to avoid is to avoid applying any kind of tension that will lead to breakage into your hair. That's why I'm saying stop doing tight hairstyles. If you do, just do it once in a while, like do it once in a while, just do that, and that way you can actually like have to retain more length over time and just grow your hair and just be happy growing your hair and feel comfortable and feel confident to take care of your hair every time you want to dive into taking it like you, if every time you just want to go ahead and take care of your hair. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you find this video as well very helpful, and if you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and also if you want to keep seeing more of my content, please make sure to click the subscribe button. Thank you guys for joining me. I'll catch you on my next video. Bye.